up until now. In fact, I'll bring you, watch next week, I'll bring you a picture of a message that I got from Pete O'Neill. And if you're still active, Pete and Charlotte comes over here, that's Pete's wife, all the time, gives some talks and lectures. But Pete doesn't come back much. Most of the people that was in Algeria with me, Setaway, I think the only one still alive might be D.C., Don Cox from San Francisco. I didn't know him in San Francisco, but I knew him in Algeria. Maybe next time I'll think of some more names. But we were active with the brothers in Oakland. We supported it. And our office was right here, and their office, our office was right at the back of the office. So anyway, yeah, we've been involved and we're a continuation of the liberation struggle. That's the way we view ourselves. We are a continuation of the liberation struggle on a higher level.
Someone asked, this is Kayla James, what year did you make your deal with the government?
What, did I make my deal with the government?
Yeah.
Well, according to which deal it is, what I do is I have, when I think back to 1969, that's something that dumb Khadijah had said. You know, there's nobody in the United States alive that have challenged and faced the government as much as I have. So you have to ask the Oakland Police Department about our deal when they came to the Masjid last month with bulletproof vests and rifles and take me to jail. Ask them about last month, a few days before that, after that, when they came into the Masjid. You gotta ask them, when did I make a deal with the government? Ask them why I got knots on my head. Why I made a commitment in 1969 on 85th Avenue when the police was arresting me in front of my house, at my mother's house, on false charges. And my mother was out there in her night clothes, and her handcuffed son has got blood dripping all down his face. Maybe that's when I made a deal with him. And here's what the deal was. That we will never acquiesce to the power of evil. And I would say, if you're in Oakland, go around and ask people in Oakland. If you have any relatives in any prisons, you ask them about Imam Musa, ask them about Clarence Reams. And you ask them, have that brother ever went down to the police department like Khadijah and Mukhtar? The last 5 times I've been arrested at our masjid in Oakland, by the way. Can you imagine? That's a serious deal. You could ask the people here, when I'm picked up from wherever I come in the country, that I'm there 4 hours. Maybe the deal misfired because when I go to Lebanon, I was trying to go to Lebanon, they take me off. When I'm coming back from South Africa, they keep me in Johannesburg for 2 extra days. They don't give me no money for it. And I'm arrested every other day sometime. So what deal was it? And what kind of clown is it that can't do math? What kind of clown is it programs on how to punk the FBI. There's, how many fines we have around here? Fines. Just fines on anything. In Oakland, we had to go out there and pay Oakland's almost $50,000 on their tax bill, 2005. They never came out here. What kind of deal is it you're talking about? Ask the woman, what kind of deal? I'm asking you to ask that question. What kind of deal are you talking about, lady? Brother, whoever you are. What kind of deal? You can hear what I'm saying. Go and say what you're talking about. What kind of deal are you talking about?
Khadijah says, I'm asking you. And
so that's Khadijah.
Well, that's what she's.
Yeah. When did I make a deal with the government?
Says, I'm asking you.
Well, no, I'm asking you, why y'all sitting in front of the masjid you ain't never paid nothing on, and you call the police on me every time I go out there? I've been arrested 5 times. And they ask you, they don't ask me. I show them the deed to the property. What are you talking about? Crazy lady. Look here, just a minute. This is a good question. What kind of deal? Let's see here in D.C. I have that car, there's 2 cars out there that is not working, but they was working perfect. All of a sudden, they overheat. There's another very good car there, great car. I'm getting ready to sell it. And all of a sudden, steam is coming out of there. Does that happen sometime? It happens all the time. So, what I better do is I better get a deal that's beneficial. I got to get me a beneficial deal, you know, that helps a little bit. Maybe they help pay some of our something or other. But all I know is if that's Khadijah, child, you and Mukhtar, every time the police shoot the dog, Mukhtar shoots the dogs at the school, and I come down there, and the police letting everybody go in and out. Mukhtar steals the zakat box and run out of the masjid and everybody see him. What kind of deal? Let's see, how many arrests let's just say 5. And the police ain't treating the brother, I'm a senior citizen. And I got marks. Let me see the deal. My son was shot 6 times. That wasn't included in the deal, though. My grandson disappeared. Khadijah, you called here in April 2013 at 2:05 in the morning. Must have been April 23rd, maybe. 21st, what? And told Sister Bahia, child, that my grandson was dead. Every newspaper account says that he was found on the 23rd at 6:20 a.m. Oakland time. You called here at 2:05, and then there was a response at 2:10. I'm going off the phone record and my personal records. So how could you call, what was that, 6 or 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 or 9 hours ahead? How could you know my grandson is dead, stupid? Hey, people watching this, I have people here, all the paperwork, everything I'm showing is on paper. They called, Khadijah called Sister Bahia at 2:05, and there's a play at 2:10 and a.m. And his body is found 8 hours later. What the newspaper said. But the newspaper said he had been there a while. Would you explain that to us, Khadijah? You're talking about a deal. And what about my other son? He shot 6 times and they leave him for dead. Do you know that there's no yellow tape? Anything happened related to you and Mukhtar? Now, you talking about the deal. Do you know the world, what the world think about you and Mukhtar? Do you really know? I mean, and as far as the world situation, if our predictions and forecasts are pro-American, then you are crazier than I thought. If you haven't been listening to what we've been saying and what we've been doing, you don't believe that our people is qualified to discombobulate your master. Since we're talking about the subject, every time I told you that we doing this to your master, and I said to you in the Masjid, and you put it on the thing, you just forgot. People saw it. About the system being involved in drugs. And I'm telling them from experience, no he wouldn't, no he wouldn't. And what you say, no he wouldn't. The deal, why you bring them old coons to the Masjid with their hats on sideways, with medallions on, like they gonna whoop somebody? The reason we don't respond to you is because we love you. I know you don't understand that, but you're not in depth historically. The stuff we talk about is so far beyond you. It's all on, see, you gotta remember, anybody listening that's got any sense can review what we have said. You can review what we're doing. And like I told Mukhtar when both times, and last month, month before last, when they take me to jail. The last time, the police is jumping all through the windows of the Masjid. And all Mukhtar come is show him some piece of paper. Whatever the paper is, it's illegal. You and your people is cooperating with the United States government. You don't have no reason in the world to go to any authority and say that you are running Masjid al-Islam. You don't have no legal reasons. The only reason you can come in and they put me in jail in the Masjid, thank God, is so we can show the world who's who. Let me see. I think my son got out of the hospital and he come to the Masjid. Somebody told me that they saw it. Mukhtar got off the minbar and went and hit my son with a stick, and then y'all videoed and put it on the thing. Why you do stuff like that? Why everything you was trying to provoke us, stupid? Everything you have done has been trying to provoke poor Imam Musa. But the only thing is, Imam Musa's been around a long time. And Imam Musa got more sense than the whole system. And you, dear child, I love you, and I told y'all, you asked Mukhtar, I told y'all that I'm going to help you. Because what the white man did is, you the only ones that were stupid enough. Abdul Malik wouldn't do the stuff you did. You got to look at what the world is looking at. Oh, nobody knows Imam Musa. The world knows Imam Musa. And they only know one Imam Musa. The one that pays the price. See, there's a difference between the chit-chat talkers. Is we pay the physical price for what we stand for. But it's not a price at all. It's an honor and a privilege. We're going to teach you that. Why? Because we love you. We don't like the white man that abused you guys and got the whole world looking at you, and y'all be out there hiding and ducking and then call me talking crazy. Everybody watch y'all, they know who y'all are. They say, some of the people come to and say, boo! And Mukhtar almost turned flips, jumping up and down. Hey, when Mukhtar called the police both the last 2 times, you gotta look in his face. Look at his face, it's all there. Stress, heavy stress. Here's the thing. Optimism, kindness, and what's the other? Optimism? Humor. That's what we use. Look. Abdul Malik now wouldn't do that because they're not smart, but they got more sense than you. You let the white man fool y'all into saying this stupid stuff. You called me and asked me what deal I made with the government. And you got all of the stuff that I showed that I had about when I went to court in 1973. Don't y'all have that? The people here have it. The goal is to prove the deal. Do you know how much money the white man, the federal government, done stole from your dear brother right here? The brother. Anytime they would have not just arrested me, they would just it seemed like they didn't follow me. I just picked up 25 grand. Wow. Do you know how much money your government has stolen from the brother? Because I couldn't say, well, they took my money. I was a drug dealer. You can't do that now, child. The brother is honest, Indian, straightforward, the nicest guy in the world.
Believe me.
Huh? You can believe that. Look, Khadijah, I told y'all, hey, ask anybody in Oakland. Everybody wanted to do y'all. I told them, leave y'all alone. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Leave you guys alone. The legal reason is that if you're too old to fast or too weak to fast, you don't have to fast. If you ain't got no sense, you don't even have to pray. Okay? Basically, y'all don't have a whole lot of sense. Because none of the stuff you say fits anything at all. What deal did I make with the government? All the legal paperwork that I have is me challenging the government. And the government is lying on me. Do you know I got cases where the government said we walked up to his house and went in the mailbox. Since the mailbox, he lived in apartment A. So we just went in his house, kicked the door in. That was the first case I got. It was a federal agent, state narcotics, and one of the vice squad in Oakland. They just happened to be from every agency in the world, and they happened to walk up to my door and happened to walk in. Maybe I should have made a deal before then. Maybe I should have made a deal before family members start having trouble with the system. I'm talking about right now. Yes. Dear Khadijah, love your child, and I'm going to help you. And then you said something here about that I was selling dope to your mama and them, and I was keeping money from y'all. First of all, let's straighten that out. You should shut up. You don't know nothing about nothing. You don't know nothing about nothing. First of all, you called in the other day and said, see, it said you was a heroin dealer. The white man said that, but I have never been arrested for heroin. Nobody in Oakland ever said I was a heroin dealer. I was a cocaine dealer and marijuana dealer. Every now and then, a little bit of water. Every now and then. Every now and then. Never a heroin dealer. No. Okay. You gotta order this paperwork. You know what the police said? We got him coming back from Mexico, him and his wife, and they searched us. She had a gun. Then they said, and after that, we took them into You remember I was showing you all that? That's the record from the court. Then, maybe I should have made a deal then. Then, dear child, they charged me with assault on a federal officer. Well, as I was walking in, they pulled out some dope. This is in LA, 71. Said, look what we found on Mr. Reeves here. So I just turned right around and headed out the door at 122 miles an hour. It knocked down everybody. You know, when you're young and you're adrenaline. One white man's, you know, they had those boots or something like that.